My brushes with the supernatural have been few and far between. Rather than submit several very brief accounts, here are the best of the rest. Projection. When I was a small child, probably no older than 5, I noticed that I was standing several feet away from myself, watching myself play with Legos. I don't know how long I was standing there, observing, before I realized this was a situation that shouldn't be, and willed myself back into myself. The reunion was jarring and I remember feeling queasy. I never mentioned it to anyone and, as far as I remember, nothing like it ever happened again. The cemetery, Rockville, boasts a small cemetery dating to the turn of the 18th century. The headstones are the Gothic variety, with winged skulls and morbid poetry, as I am now, so you shall be, etc. I visited one weekend with my camera, back in the 1980s, when we still used film, and photographed some of the more legible stones. I addressed each headstone before photographing it, explaining that I meant no disrespect and simply wanted to document the craftsmanship of their monument before it withered beyond legibility. When I had the film developed, everything before and after the cemetery came out perfectly. All of the headstone pictures were round, white blurs obscuring all but the far corners of the frame, which showed sky, grass, leaves, etc. It's entirely possible that I screwed up the f-stop, though that's a mistake I never otherwise made. Ghosts, they appear in the most unlikely places, and never for long. I'll be driving or walking and see a pedestrian going about their business. Nothing odd in that, until I realize they're in out-of-date clothing and not entirely there, that is missing feet or limbs. By the time I think to stare at the location where they'd just been, they're no longer visible. This has happened often enough for me to make a couple of additional observations. With few exceptions, women's clothing is detailed, while men's is not. Possibly because men aren't as fastidious about their fashion? And there you have it.